gentlemen. It is your girl Candy. So, here I am, back with another video. And I truthfully and honestly didn't think I would be making another one because for a second it seemed like 2K was somewhat getting it right, but nah, I mean, I guess it was just all a fucking fool's lie once again. But anyway, so I'm going to be reading some of my tweets and going in a little bit more depth with it, as well as some tweets that I agree with on my timeline on my second Twitter page. Okay, so first of all, let me go find some of my tweets because I have a whole bunch of fucking retweets. I don't have any notes, no nothing. Like I said, I'm just gonna be reading tweets. Um, First of all, okay, so the newest information that we received, which was today, while I was kind of semi hyping myself and saying, you know what, I'll just fucking deal with the fact that once again we got 2K throwing some bullshit at us, like giving us preset body types and whatnot. I was mad as fuck. I'm not gonna fucking lie, but I was like, I'm doing some commissions for people and stuff like that, so it is what it is at the end of the day. So I was gonna be like, fuck it, okay, and I was just gonna give it a try, and that way, people wouldn't try to say I didn't at least fucking try it. So anyway, again, the news today was just like basically a fuck storm. So now it was just recently announced that we won't be getting any advanced created entrances for our cause. And this is only referring to people that actually used the function and actually went into depth with their entrances and who created, who used the pyro and the lighting and everything. And everybody knows that on my main channel, Brown Sugar Candy 2007, anybody that's watched any of my call videos know that I'm super extra with my shit. Like, that's just like in general. Like, before I actually show off any of my calls, like, I gotta have a created arena. Um, I gotta have a nice set entrance. I gotta have everything to have to be just effing right for me to be like, okay, I'm ready now. Like, I don't just create and then rush to show my creations. I don't do that. Okay, everything gotta be set in motion. So anyway, like I said, they took the ability for us to go into advanced entrance to create our cause. So their reasoning for this time around is that that was the reason why the game kept crashing and blah blah blah, which I call a bunch of bullshit on. Because yes, the game did crash, when I went to do my calls entrances sometimes, but that was like pretty rare. It did crash though when I would try to go back and like edit my calls entrance or whatever. That's when it would crash, and then it's like, I couldn't go back and edit my calls entrance, excuse me. So whatever I did the first time around with their entrances, I had to make sure, that was the entrance I was gonna rock with, cause again, try to go back to that shit, and it's more than likely gonna crash your shit. And I assumed at first that maybe it was because some of my calls whose entrances like I did, maybe it was because they were loaded with logos or some shit, but I'm like, nah, it's just this game being a broken piece of shit. So for them to just say something like, not as, but like that was the reason, when we all know like this game had so many fucking ways that it crashed on us. At least me personally, I've had so many ways that this game has crashed on me, like plentiful times. Like creating a call sometimes and like doing a face texture, if I hit something too fast, it will fucking crash and then reset and then it go back to my PS5's main menu. Or like if you try to mess with group images, it would crash. It would do like a soft crash, and I say soft crash because it would get stuck on a loading screen, but then you would need to reset the game yourself. And then sometimes on entrances it would fucking crash, and then sometimes when I put a lot of my calls in matches and shit, it would fucking crash. So it was more than just an entrance, creating an entrance as the reason as to why this game was a fucking mess. And on top of which, like I said in my last video, and Like I've been saying on my Twitter timeline, um, it's 2K's fault because 2K, like I said, they booted Ukes from the building and they try to use their assets. They try to use Ukes assets, and then they try to use their own assets and they try to put it together. And that was in 2K20 is the result of that. Okay, it didn't work out. Okay, and that's how I immediately knew, after Ukes being booted from the building, whose work it was. That was all visual concepts in 2K's work. So anyway, for all the people that keep on claiming that it's Uke's fault that 2K20 was the reason it was the way it was, when first of all, you got to be a fucking idiot to still even be saying that when, again, 2K said in the past that Ukes was background developing for the game. So visual concepts. Again, Ukes was way gone. So it had nothing to do with them. That was all fucking 2K and all fucking visual concepts. Period. Okay? Anyway, so wow. Um I'm just like I said, I'm gonna be reading some of my tweets because I don't have any notes for this shit, but whatever, I just wanted to do it because I've been going off all day, bro, like since fucking 11 o'clock in the damn morning. Like right when I was like pre-hyping myself a little bit to try to be like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna make this shit work. I'm gonna make it work, blah blah blah. And then I read that and I just went off. I read that bullshit from the day and I went off. And that's the thing that is just so bad for us as gamers, is accepting less and just accepting the bare minimum and just dealing with it, and then just like, okay, you know what, the next product is going to be better. It's like, why as gamers have we gotten so goddamn used to that, like okay with that, like it's just not fucking fair, bro. Like it's not fair, it's not right, it's not any of that, bruh. Especially when this is the same company that said, by the way, okay, this is another reason why people are super pissed, is they are the ones, they said it. If y'all don't think this shit is true, then go fucking Google it if you think we fucking lying. But they themselves said they would be more transparent, okay, with information, with the game, blah, 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 because they weren't with 2K20. And then, like, we start finding out all the issues with the game, like, a few days before the shit released. Just like now, except without the issues, but more so of things taken out of the game, okay? But again, they were the ones that promised the transparency shit. It wasn't us, okay? So we were just basically setting our standards to that. Okay, 2K said they're gonna be more transparent. They got a new creative director, so you know what? It might be different. And then here we are in 2K in 2022. Excuse me. Here we are in 2022, and it's basically still the same shit. Okay, it's like, I mean, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know about y'all, but to me, this just doesn't spell confidence at all. It doesn't spell confidence, and right now, this is creating more and more distrust. Like if people didn't have distrust with them with 2K20 and all that after that, then I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a whole bunch of distrust now, like even more so now. So to me, I think 2K, first of all, in my honest opinion, at this point, because I've said it on Twitter, I've been patiently waiting for the games to get better. I waited a whole generation, PS4, for the games to get better in some way, to bring back something that make me motivated to want to keep playing the games and playing it, and just wanted to keep making projects with it. And it has yet to happen. And with every one of those instances, it's always been an excuse behind it from 2K. Always, like freaking always. Like I said in my last video, like I've kept up with 2K. I've kept up with all of this shit since 2015. Okay, early 2015. I've kept up with all the drama. And y'all know I talk about gaming news and gaming shit like all the goddamn time. So I keep up with that type of stuff, and I kept up with it for fucking years. So I know, okay, I know, which is why I'm disappointed and why I'm upset. Excuse me. I'm just like, I don't need like bruh. I don't want to say I don't know how I feel, because I know how I fucking feel, and that's upset and angry, because once again, like, as a creator, as someone who's been making fucking calls and characters since WWE games and wrestling games even allowed us to make fucking created characters, it's just disappointing to see that, instead of moving forward and getting better with these games and not just in the graphical department, it's getting worse. And it shouldn't be like that. Like a game from fucking 20 plus years ago should not be still better than a game that's made in 2022 or even 2020. Like, what in the goddamn hell is going on? And there should not be things that were in past games that should be getting brought back and called new. Because we all know, like I said, for anyone that's been playing these fucking wrestling games for years, um, we all know that a majority of this shit that's in the games has been in the fucking games for fucking generations, my dude, for fucking years. So you cannot fool us with this shit. It's just that if you're gonna do that and you're gonna bring it back, just make sure you make it better, not half-ass the shit. And that's the whole goddamn concern is the half-assing. It's like I just don't goddamn understand this concept and why so many people feel like 2K should be exempt from criticism and why we should stop complaining and we should stop this, we should stop that, and blah blah blah. Like, why should we have to sit here and keep settling for less as fucking creators, as creators who have kept this game series and everything about it alive? Because if we weren't here to keep this shit alive, this shit would be in the damn water with they low ass goddamn sales. Point blank, period. And they just keep disrespecting us every damn year. Right now, I'm just sitting here pondering what exactly is supposed to hit different about this game. Nothing is hitting different right now. It's just more of the same shit. More of the same shit. And you can't say it's the graphics because the graphics should be something that should be improving anyway, unless you got a specific art style for the way you're making your games. Those should be improving anyway when you're working with new technology, point blank, period. So I'm just trying to figure out what exactly is hitting different because right now all I've seen is half-ass or removed, and then an excuse that follows behind it. Oh, we couldn't do that. We couldn't make it work because this is the reason why I was. Why after 2.5 goddamn years, almost 3 fucking years, could they not figure out how to make that work? To me, you're not a good developer. They're not good game developers if they couldn't figure out how to fix the issue. And like I said, it's too many of y'all trying to sit here and make excuses for these motherfuckers. When they've been doing this shit for years. It's been lies, excuses, shitty marketing, it's been all of that. And y'all just want us to shut up and just settle for the less just because you chose to settle for the less. Just because you're not creative as the many people I've seen around this community who have done some amazing shit with these fucking games despite the limitations. You know? Like, I'm just so damn confused and just lost right now, bro. Like, and all I keep saying is it's 2022. That's all I keep saying. Games and products are supposed to be better. They're supposed to be better, point blank, period. They have better technology. Again, like I said on Twitter, there have been many developers on Twitter, well, just in general, let me not just say Twitter, but in general, that have spoken about how it's so much easier for them to work with next generation consoles and to do so much more without having to worry about being fucking limited, like PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X with no damn load screens. Yes, okay? So I'm like, I just don't understand what's going on. I'm pretty damn sure that when they made this game, making the next gen version was their concern. I'm pretty sure because I've said this also, you know, if a developer is putting a game on both a last gen console and a new gen console, then what version do you think they're gonna show? The new gen version. So like it's just crazy, bro, because I have so many projects and things that I want to do and I want to finish and I can't do that because I don't have the tools to work with. I don't have anything that I can do to utilize this shit, and especially now because I don't have the time. I don't have the time like I used to have, like I had years ago, to do what I want to do now. So I have to basically make everything work in the time frame that I have now. So that's why it's just irritating. Like I don't want to have to do shit like I got over fucking 90 plus calls. I don't want to have to do shit like for my entrance. I don't want to have to cut entrances up just to fit my calls and then have to keep doing that in my editor and then have to do this. Like I already got to do extra work when I have to edit in my editor and I have to add my entrance music and set everything just right, like the entrance music and stuff like that just right to make it work. Like I already have to do that. So you mean to tell me that I got more stuff that I have to do and I don't have that time to do that. Not everybody has that time anymore like we had fucking years ago to do that shit. So I try to utilize that time that I have and make it work, but This is like the number one thing that has caused me not to be as productive, like not want to edit, not want to do anything with these games anymore because it seemed like I'm putting in more damn work to make something work and to do a project or whatever. And it's just so much work, bro. Like, I can't even express that. Okay, especially now more than ever because I'm very detailed with everything, whether it be making, my little posters or face textures, body textures, the way I edit my videos now, like everything I do now, because I've gotten better, is a lot more detailed, which means it takes a longer time to get right because I want it to be just right now. Okay, not perfect, but just right. So I'm just like, man, like I said, I'm just very upset and disappointed because I just expected better going into 2022. That's what I expected. And with having so many years, like something like very unprecedented where an annual game takes a break and fucking, work on a game because blah 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 whatever. It's like they took them years and they fucking wasted it. And a lot of people like to say, well, I mean, at least they made sure the game worked, but they shouldn't just been trying to make the game work, bro. They should have been doing things to basically redeem themselves from what 2K20 was. Everything that was broken, they were supposed to fix and give us. That's that's the things people were expecting, okay? Because I've read a lot of tweets where people just said, it's like playing 2K20 because a lot of people wanted to play and enjoy 2K20, but they couldn't because there was a lot of issues with too many issues for too many, for people to handle. And like I said in my other video, um, technically speaking, I would have been dealing with it either. But again, that was the game that made all of my creations just look their goddamn best in. And I hated that they looked their best in because it was a broken piece of shit. So I'm like, man, I'm stuck with this broken ass game. I'm about to utilize it. I already know I spent money on it. So guess what? I'm about to create my cause in this bitch. I'm just so disappointed, bro. Like, oh my gosh, bro. And I was actually thinking about, what, I'm complaining, this and that, and blah, blah, blah. I'm going to get the game so people can, so people can stop complaining or give it a try, blah, blah, blah. And I was going to try it, blah, blah, blah. But again, now that's not happening. I just can't justify right now or period spending $70+ on a game and it's half as garbage. It's like playing a demo. You feel me? And I feel bad because, I do commissions and I've had to basically just say I'm not doing commissions anymore because if I'm not getting the game, then why the hell am I going to do commissions? Because how am I going to do a commission and then show you the finished product and then, so you can get an idea of how the shit looks in, your game, or then I can just send it to you. I can't do that now. I cannot do that now because I'm not getting the game. And I said the only way I get the game is if somebody get it for me. And that's how I feel. I don't feel like I should be sitting here spending my money on a product like that when they've taken all the features out the damn game and basically doing another 2K15 where they feel like they got to reset. It's like, how many goddamn resets do they freaking need to make the game good? How many, dog? How many excuses do they need to make this fucking product good? Just decent enough. How many times do we have to keep begging for them to just put this in the game? We are literally legit here telling you what are going to be the things that's going to make us buy this game, jump out of our seats and go pre-order your shit, bruh. And they're not listening. They're making it so difficult and they're so fucking tone deaf, bruh. They just keep giving us things that they want to give us, and it's things we don't care for. It's like I've never dealt with a developer that did that, bruh. That does that type of shit. It's like, how the hell are you gonna fucking do polls 2 years ago in 2020 asking us what we want, and then you don't even consider a majority of that shit? And then, when people ask about it, you have excuses. More excuses that sound like the shit we heard in 2016 and all that madness. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, that's just too much to handle. And I don't think it's okay that you motherfuckers are sitting here telling people to stop complaining and just accept it just because you didn't accepted some half-ass bullshit. Just because you're not as creative as these same people that you're not, you're telling to shut up, stop bitching, stop this and stop that. It's like, how the hell are we ever gonna get anything fixed anything done for future games if we just shut up and keep accepting it. Because if we shut up and keep accepting it, they're going to think that shit is okay. And they're going to keep fucking doing it. And we're never going to get a game like we had 20 years ago. That's just how it's going to be. And I can't sit here and accept that fact. I can't. Like, I'm sorry. So if I'm being loud because I want changes. I want something that's gonna make me enjoy these games like I used to when I was a kid. That's it. That's all I want. I'm not asking for much, bro. I'm just asking for the things that made it fun to play these games. And we're not getting any of that. They're not even considering it. It's like every goddamn year they ask us to give our opinions and views and shit on things that we want to see and blah 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 and shit. And every goddamn year we don't see any fruits of it. Okay, it's just whatever 2K want to fucking do. Whatever they want to fucking do, like blah blah blah, bro. Like, this is ridiculous. And then at that, we have to learn about something like this major when the game is coming out a few days later. And for some people that pre-ordered this shit digitally, now they probably can't get their money back. Like, how do y'all think that shit is okay? How do y'all think it's okay to start? And then, like, I read a tweet where a creator was basically stating that they tried to tell us in January that that was a feature that was gone, but they were under something or they couldn't or whatever. And I'm like, tried to tell us in January. If somebody tried to tell us in January, then don't you think somebody would have fucking said something? Like, what? Are you kidding me? Like, oh my God, bro. Like, I'm just so fucking disappointed. It's not even fucking funny. That's why I just keep talking about it because I just can't fucking believe, like, we're still dealing with this in 2020, my nigga. Like, what? What? And like I said in my last video, I just don't think it's right for anybody to even try to approach me on some bullshit. If your first fucking wrestling game was anything with a 2K in it, and I'm not talking about WWE 2K14 because technically speaking, WWE 2K14 was the works of Ukes and TQ. Okay, TQ, excuse me, just happened to be going down, and 2K just happened to pick up the license. Right when they were mid finish with the game and slapped their fucking 2K in the middle of WWE 14 and made it WWE 2K14. So that's not their fucking work. That is Ukes and TQ. So let's get that straight. But anything other than that, anything past that, you have no right to even try to criticize anyone, to come at anyone, especially me, off some fucking bullshit, and to tell me to stop complaining when I've been supporting these damn games for fucking years, my nigga. Beyond fucking 2K. So y'all got me fucked up. Y'all got me fucked up, bruh. This just don't make no damn sense, bro. Like, I just don't understand. I'm just conflicted right now. Because, like I said, I feel bad that, you know, I promised a whole lot of people I do commissions for them for the new game. But now that I'm just not, I don't want to touch this game, like I said before, unless somebody gets it for me. Now I can't do that because I can't justify spending any money on it. And if y'all don't know, for next generation consoles, the games are now $70 plus, okay? So $70 plus taxes. So yeah, not cheap anymore. So you have to be very selective about what you invest your money in. I mean, $60 is still a goddamn lot, to pay on the game, but $70 is a lot. There's a lot. So, bruh, like this shit crazy, man. This is crazy. Like I said, it doesn't make them a developer, excuse me, if they have to remove products because I mean remove products, remove features because they think that's the fix. It's not the fix, okay? If you couldn't fix that issue, when the issue was there through them years that you had to get this game together, then you're a bad developer, point blank period. And people should not be sitting over here trying to make all these fucking excuses for these motherfuckers when again, that's all they have been doing for the past 5+ years, bruh, is making excuses for every goddamn thing. Every time we ask why we don't have this mode, why we don't have more match types, why we don't have this and that, blah, 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 here come 2K with a bunch of excuses, and here come the dick riders coming to fucking play Captain Save a Hoe. Like, are you shitting me right now? And if you were one of them people that have played the wrestling games before 2K was in the fucking title name, you ought to be ashamed of yourself defending this shit and telling people to shut up and stop complaining. You need to feel ashamed, my nigga, because you knew what these games were like before 2K put their fucking names on a fucking case of these games. Period. Period. I don't want to even fucking hear it, bruh. Like, I don't want to hear it. And it's always, bro, like always the motherfuckers who don't do shit with their cause, bruh, who barely, if at all, do shit with their cause or don't make no more than one or two calls, always got the most to say about everything and always telling people not to complain. But if you ain't doing shit with the game and you not doing shit, no, if you're not doing shit with the creation suite, I'm talking about entrance, video, arena, call. If you don't touch any of that, or you only touch the creation process, creation suite, excuse me, and call it a day, then why the fuck are you even? Why the fuck do you think you can even add any type of input into what people may or may not like? Why you think people should stop complaining because it's you guys are looking you guys are embarrassing and this and that. But are you kidding me? You don't even do shit with the game, so how the fuck do you think it's embarrassing for us when you don't do shit with the creation suite, dog? Like what? And last I checked, the only people that should be embarrassed should be 2K, excuse me, for putting out that half-ass product and hiring the market team that they have, because this shit is terrible. They should be the ones that should be embarrassed, not us, okay? We just happened upon this bad shit and we're just voicing our opinion. So there's nothing for us on our side to be embarrassed about because we didn't make the shit. They did. So it's not embarrassing. It's embarrassing for y'all to just take this basic ass shit and just keep it moving. But it's even more embarrassing when you make calls like this and you're telling us to shut up and stop complaining. My nigga, if y'all don't go sit y'all rabbit asses the fuck down and go continue chewing on your motherfucking carrot or some shit, nigga, please stop. Stop it. Because y'all look stupid. You look incredibly fucking stupid. And I'm getting tired of reading tweets like that. I don't know why people are complaining about little things. Y'all are really calling something like removing a whole entire mode little. Taking features out of a mode that's heavily used and kept this community alive for years little. Are you fucking kidding me right now? You guys are fucking stupid. Y'all some dumb motherfuckers, bruh. Like, I've never seen a community that was just so much more content with being limited. Like, what? Are you kidding me? And then saying shit like y'all still gonna buy the game, so why are y'all complaining about it? Bitch, whatever. I took that money that I was gonna think about putting on this game and I put it towards the Saints Row Reboot Notorious Edition. Because at least with that fucking game, they are willing to make the game better. They are willing to make changes. And from all the footage they've shown off thus far from it, it looks good to me. So I call that an improvement. I call it something fresh, something different, something everything, my nigga. So I don't even want to hear this shit. I'm tired of hearing fucking excuses made for these fucking big companies, these billion-dollar fucking companies. I'm tired of hearing excuses, bruh. We should not be in 2022 making excuses for these fucking developers because they should be doing better, not fucking worse than they did last generation and the generation before that. Like seriously, bruh. Like I said in my last video, I could understand why at that time, they weren't going to be like super good with making wrestling games because they had just acquired the licensing. So I was like, okay, whatever, I'll give them a break. But then all that year turned from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, and it just kept getting worse. So at this point, I don't want to hear that shit. I do not want to hear any of that shit. I don't want to hear any of them damn excuses, and I definitely don't want to hear people telling me to stop complaining about this shit. When I just want the product to be better. Like, y'all are really sitting here acting like I want the product to be bad or something. Like I said, I've been playing these games for years, so why would I want that? I want it to be good. I want everything to be on par, my nigga. I want to keep playing the game, bro. Like, I don't want to get bored with the game. I just want it to be fun. And it hasn't been that in years, bro. Like, so hard for me to stay invested in these games, bro. Real live. I'm just so damn disappointed. It's not even funny, man. Like, I don't even know what to say, do any of that, man. Like, all these projects I have that have been unfinished for years simply because I don't have the time and I don't have the features to work in with 2K 22. And I'm just thinking about that because with the PS5, Xbox Series X, when you don't have a loading screen, do you know how quickly I would have been pumping out content, stories, all of that? Quick. But nah, I can't do that. I can't do that. 2K are so trifling. They are trifling and they ought to feel ashamed. They need to fucking fire Lionel Jenkins or whatever the hell his name is. They need to fire the marketing team. Matter of fucking fact, WWE need to look for a different publisher because at this point I feel like anybody is better than 2K. Even EA I feel like are better than fucking 2K. And I think EA are the absolute worst. But I also know that EA likes money so goddamn much that then again, I mean, EA have been putting out some bad fucking games, but I'm just gonna make a fucking guess that like they would want to make some money. So I'm pretty damn sure they would somewhat do the game justice. But I'm just like, bruh, like I can't even call this shit WWE 2K20 2.0 because it's worse than 2K20 because they've taken shit out. I call it 2K15 1.0 because it feel like that's exactly what it feels like again. Like everything just stripped out of the damn game and it's just like playing a fucking $70 demo. Nigga, what? Nigga, what? Oh my god, bruh. Oh my goodness, bruh. So that's why I just been going off all damn day, bruh, cuz I'm just so pissed, bruh. Like and I'm just trying to figure out like what the hell were they thinking when they were making this game and kept telling us how amazing it was gonna be and hyping it up on a timeline and how long it took them to make it. Like hyping it up and talking about the amount of years that you took to work on the game is not anything to be hyped about. It's not anything to be hyped about because if anything it's embarrassing because again it's an annual game. So to be able to have a break like that should have been taken advantage of to make the product better, to fix all the issues that was in the previous product, to win back the trust of your consumers. And once again, the transparency that they talked about was just non-existent. This whole damn time of marketing this damn game, the transparency was just non-existent. It wasn't there. Zilcho, nothing. So again, I just don't understand why there's so many people that are so quick to run and defend 2K just because they barely, if at all, do shit with the game but play it. You don't create, you don't do nothing. So again, I say this, how do you think you have a right to try to tell people to stop complaining about something you don't even utilize your damn self or barely, if at all, utilize? That shit don't sound right. It sound fucking dumb. And y'all sound fucking dumb. Stop complaining. Oh, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, dude. Please shut the fuck up. Damn, bro, this video long as shit, man. But I'm just so damn. I'm just irritated, dog. Like, what the hell? What the hell? Anyway, let me go ahead and cut this video, bro, because I've already made it dumb long, and it's like, oh my gosh. I just basically ended my shit with 2K need to fire themselves, and they need to fire the marketing team. Fire themselves first. No, fire the marketing team first, and then fire yourselves, because y'all have done a terrible job with this series. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. I've been trying to be patient. I've been trying to be this, that. I've been dealing with the games. I've been putting up with it. But see, again, that's the issue is just putting up with the bare fucking minimum and getting what we've been getting for years. Just settling for less and keep it pushing. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut this video off and keep it moving because I'm about to go play me some motherfucking Horizon Forbidden West or something. Because at least with that game, we've seen a ton of improvement. and how beautiful and gorgeous that game looked. And by the way, that game was made during the pandemic too. So I don't even want to hear that, bro. Like Sony Studios, when it comes to quality and it comes to all of that, they are the fucking kings and queens of that shit. Period. There's no other developer that are on their level besides maybe Rockstar. Sony are just their developers are just fucking kings, and I wish all developers strive to be that fucking great to want to give their fans a good product. You know? Oh boy, bro, this shit crazy. Anyway, let me go ahead and cut this video off, man, because this shit 35 minutes and I've been going off, and it's like, wow. Anyway, chucking the deuces, and if y'all have any thoughts about this recent news, then feel free to leave it in the comment section, and I'll get back to you guys later. Chucking the deuces.